What is up? Sorry about that. This is alertwolf here. I'm gonna bring you another review from my DC Nation block. This one is of Young Justice Season 2, Episode 15, called War. Now, alright, this episode. So, it opens up, we finally get to the trial of the Justice League. I don't know how many episodes it's been, but we haven't even heard from them. So Superman and the rest are standing trial with the tribunal. Superman is trying to explain how he was manipulated by Randall Savage, and they're not responsible. You had some proletarians up there like, yeah, dude, why didn't these guys pay the bribe? Oh, they refused to pay the bribe. But this is barbarians. Like, so, which means if they had paid the bribe, they might be, and they had paid a greater cost, they would have been vindicated and set free. But I think sometimes if you're doing things with a crooked system, it's just easier to pay your way out of it. You know what I'm saying? Why even bother? You're innocent anyway. Who cares? But whatever. They're superheroes, so they do what they do. And then the word comes in that the Earth is joined the Reach, and this pisses everybody off in the room. They're like, maybe these guys are telling the truth. You know, it changes everything. And before we can see the outcome, there's a shadowy figure in back. Somebody tells him, hey, doesn't this, you know, if they exploit the metahuman gene, doesn't this mess you up? And he's like, yes, it does. And it's fucking Mongul. Yes. And Mongul steps down the stairs, walks away, and they're like, people shit themselves when Mongul was moving around. And then in the back, the very back, there's Randall Savage smiling. So there you go. You know, Randall Savage. So the next thing you know, he's coming, man, with War World and invading Earth, and Earth is starting to shit themselves because there is a Death Star approaching. You know what I'm saying? It's the size of the Death Star. It's coming at them. It's full of drones. It's mobile. It shifts itself. And he's going there for one singular purpose. To annihilate the Earth because of the Reach. So then, which is, I love every second of this. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. So, you know, Green Beetle explains what's going on. That douche. And so basically, you know, he explains how the War World works, who Mongul is. He used to be the dictator of his world. He was overthrown by a greater dictator. He's sort of like Napoleon, you know. He ended up fighting War World. He found, which is from a race that no longer exists. He found the long-lost key, he activated it, he controls it, and now he's coming after the Earth because of the Reach. So, they have to hit it, and they have to hit it hard. And that's what goes down. So, he fired, you know, they try to talk. Captain Atom tries to talk to him, and he's like, and first off, hats up to the people, or hats off to the people who put in my man Keith David as the voice of Mongul. Oh man, that is awesome. I love Keith David. He's the man. You know what I'm saying? They live. Come on, Spawn. Do I even need to say more? Goliath. So anyway, one of my favorite dudes, especially as a voice actor of all time. Great stuff. And so basically the battle's in. He fires his death beam at the Earth, designed to destroy it in one shot. Fate comes in like a boss and blocks it. Not just blocks it, reflects it, destroying the big ass laser. And so now the fight is in. Some of the heavy Earth's heavy hitters that are left. Oh, By the way, I did forget one important fact. The Green Lantern said that if the Reach, when they asked who the Reach were, ancient race of conquerors, stopped by the Green Lanterns, all of the Green Lanterns, they formed a treaty. Basically, the treaty says that they can no longer openly conquer worlds, but if they're invited on, if they're invited, like the devil, you know what I'm saying? Or a vampire, if they're invited, then Green Lanterns are off limits to that world, and it's considered part of Reach territory. Meaning, once that happens, a Green Lantern can never go back to Earth. Meaning, even if the Justice League gets out of this, what's his face, Stewart, has to leave Earth. So, all right. Anyway, back to the action. So, so they start attacking in teams. Fate and Rocket are outside, along with Captain Atom and Captain Marvel, and the Green Beetle. And they're attacking the superstructure, which is a distraction, so that 3 teams can get in. We see Mal Duncan and his chick, V, and he's he's the Guardian, and he gets the Super Cycle. That's pretty boss. We have and they're going for the Power Core. Blue Beetle, Impulse, and Beast Boy, they're going for the Key, and Superboy, Arsenal, and Wonder Girl are going against Mongul personally with Wolf. Now, let me say something. I'm going to say this right now because it's something I want to get off my chest real fast. I don't like the downplaying on some of the superheroes that we're seeing. One, Kid Flash, Wally West. The fact that they made him so slow in comparison to all the other Flashes pisses me off personally. He has been, I don't know what it is with DC. They have a bug up their ass. They've been shitting on Wally for about a year, especially in the main comics. I don't know if he's there now, but he wasn't there when they relaunched DC. And let me explain something. Wally West to many people means the Flash. That's who he is. Not Kid Flash, the Flash. Because Barry Allen wasn't the Flash for like 2 decades. Wally was. So, and I love Barry Allen. Don't get me wrong. There's room for more than one Flash. I'm just saying, pisses me off on this show. He's so much slower than Impulse. So much slower than the Flash. It is retarded. And that's going to carry on to the next 2 characters I'm about to mention, which is Superboy and Wonder Girl. Wonder Girl is the daughter of Zeus. She is dumb powerful. As strong as any of the other female, as strong as a Wonder Woman or Troy, you know what I'm saying? Any of the other, or not Troy, but you know what I mean. Any of the people who've come before her, she should be stronger. She should be much stronger than she is. She should be a many little powerhouse. I mean, I understand she's younger than, she's not as strong as Wonder Woman yet, but she should be almost as strong. You know what I'm saying? And as for Superboy, listen, Superboy, I understand in the beginning he's supposed to develop Kryptonian powers. He's supposed to be able to, by this time, and this time jump, he should have learned how to fly, and he should have learned how to use his eye beams. You know what I'm saying? Superboy eventually, because he's half Kryptonian, develops Kryptonian powers. Not only that, but he should have telekinesis and destructive telekinesis when it comes to machines. But he has none of those powers, and Superboy is too weak in my opinion. Alright, enough with my rant on how they take some of my favorite characters and make them weak. But, okay, so then the fight happens, Mongul and the 3 of them, and the 4 of them, and Mongul just whoops them. Honestly, they're never really a match. My favorite line Mongul says is, "You little Kryptonians are so proud of your powers, and you cling to them so hardly." but you would think you're the only race that came from a red sun, and that was an awesome line. So Mongul easily wipes the floor with all of them and knocks them all out and proceeds to go, you know, you guys keep denying my mercies. I would have killed Earth in one shot, you know, fine. And he decides to carpet nuke bomb the entire planet back to hell, and he does. And when he does this, it gets bad because, you know, the Justice League is able to take out a certain amount of bombs. Fate is able to block a certain amount of bombs. You know, Earth's military forces were able to block a certain amount of bombs, but enough got through that if they hit, done for like half the planet. So then, so the Reach pulled their fleet up out of the oceans, took some hits. 2/3 of the Reach fleet were vaporized. So there you go. That's important too. Now, here comes you know, Beast Boy and the rest of them make their way to the key, and they're fighting to try to get the key. But it really, you know, it's an uphill battle. There's a lot of drones for them to fight. Although watching Impulse battle is awesome. Mal, Duncan, and B, they make it to the room, and along with the Super Cycle, they're holding things off while she just tries to disarm or disable the power core, but she can't do it because it's too good. So then she's like, it keeps rerouting power, and he's like, well, then just reroute it somewhere important. So she does, and reroutes a shitload of power onto Mongul, frying his head, and just at this moment, the others start stirring and rise, and Superboy's like, he's rocked, let's take him. And they do. They whomped him, and they took him down. And that's awesome. They tie him up, they begin to bring him out. This allows Blue Beetle to get the key. Blue Beetle has the key, right? And the Reach are like, this is well worth it. Haha, we got the key, meaning they have control of World. So, the episode's wrapping up. Mal Duncan makes up with his chick. And the whole time I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the twist. I'm like, he's just too sappy, too sentimental. It's gonna happen. Oh, I was waiting. I was actually waiting for her to get shot or something and die. You know, I was waiting for something like that. I knew it was going down, and they're meeting in the hangar, and things are about, you know, they're about to get done. And then all of a sudden, Blue Beetle attacks and knocks them all down, and they're fighting back, and they're like, first he knocks out Impulse, and then he just keeps going. Arsenal freaks out. He's like, nobody's capturing me again, and pops the airlock. Like, it starts getting crazy. But in the end, Blue Beetle is victorious and has the key to War World. The Earth is fucked. So this is good shit. And that's your episode. And they're like, well worth it, because Mongol's done, and they got the key. So what am I going to give this episode? I'm going to give this episode a 4.5 out of 5, almost a 5. This episode was great. It was great to see the teams kick ass. It was amazing to see finally the Blue Beetle shows himself. I mean, we've only known he's been bad for 2 episodes, but still, things are progressing quite well. I really enjoyed this episode. It was very good. And it was as good as the title said. And I think the next episode is called Complications. So, that being said, you know, both shows, are both Green Lantern and Young Justice are being canceled. I mentioned this before. So, in all of the videos I've been doing on this, I've been putting in a link in my description below for a petition to petition Cartoon Network to undo their decision. There's still time. I mean, after all, this wasn't a hard cancel. This was what I call a soft cancel, meaning they're playing out their season, and after their season is done, they're done. So it's not like they pulled them off the air immediately. So there could be, you know, with enough ratings, meaning watch the show, and with enough write-in ballots, this decision could be overdone. They've already taken a lot of heat for it. But Cartoon Network He's known for pulling good shows. They did it to He-Man. They did it to Thundercats. You know, I'm just saying, they do it. They'll take a hit show, it'll win awards, it'll be, people will say it's awesome, and then they scrub it. So, they have, I don't know why, but they do this. So it's important. Fill out the petition, watch the thing, support DC Nation, get these shows to stay on the air, show them what a mistake it is. After all, we're their target market, people. Well, not, I'm an old man, but, you know, we as in the viewers. So, alright, that's enough out of me. You've heard enough. So click it up if you like it, comment if you must, and subscribe if you can, and please fill out that petition. And this is Alert Wolf signing out.